This video is about applying the properties of angle bisectors to solve for missing values. So our angle bisector is a ray that passes through the vertex and divides an angle into two congruent parts. So if TS, ray TS bisects our angle, RSU, these two angles are going to be congruent to each other.
So here we have US bisects CBU, so that means it splits the angle into two congruent parts. So we want to find the missing angles. So if we know that CUS is 34, BUS is the other half angle, so that's also going to be 34. And CUB is the whole angle, so we would add them together, 34 plus 34 to get 68 degrees. In number 2, we know the whole angle is 164. BUS and CUS are half of the angle, so they would each be 82 degrees.
So in number 1 and number 2, US bisects angle CUB. So as soon as I see bisects the angle, I'm going to label that those angles are cut in half. So we know that CUS is 5x plus 30, and we know that BUS is 130. Now, these angles are each half of the larger angle, so we know that half is equal to half. So we have 5x plus 30 is equal to 130. We can solve by subtracting 30 from both sides. 5x equals 100. Divide by 5. So x equals 20. In number 2, again, we know that these angles are bisected. So we know that BUS is 4x plus 8. And this whole angle, CUB, is 10x minus 20. So this time they are not equal to each other because we have half of an angle and we have a full angle. So remember that 2 halves equal a whole? So we need 2 times the half angle to equal our whole angle. So 2 times 4x plus 8 is equal to 10x minus 20. We can distribute the 2. 8x plus 16 is equal to 10x minus 20. We can subtract 8x from both sides. 16 is equal to 2x minus 20. We can add 20 to both sides. 36 is equal to 2x. When we divide by 2, x is 18. In number 3, we have that RD is an angle bisector. So again, I'm going to label that my angles are bisected. Solve for x and find the measure of angle FRE. So if our angle is bisected, we have a half angle and a half angle. So remember, our half is equal to a half. So we have 4x plus 32 is equal to 6x plus 10. We can subtract 4x from both sides. 32 is equal to 2x plus 10. Subtract 10 from both sides. 22 is equal to 2x. When we divide by 2, x is 11. Now we are looking to find measure of angle FRE, so that is those two angles put together. So I'm going to put 11 into both angles. So I can have 4 times 11 plus 32, which is going to get me 76 degrees, and 6 times 11 plus 10, which is also 76 degrees. So I can add those together. So the angle of FRE is equal to 76 plus 76, 132 degrees. In number 4, YN is an angle bisector. Solve for x. So if it's an angle bisector again, that angle is cut in half. We know that AYN is 2x plus 4 and RYA is x squared minus 24. So this time again we need 2 halves to equal our whole angle. So 2 times 2x plus 4 is equal to x squared minus 24. We can distribute 4x plus 8 is equal to x squared minus 24. Because there's an x squared and an x term, we're going to have to factor. So we want to move over the 4x and the 8. So we get 0 equals x squared minus 4x minus 32. So we need two numbers that multiply to negative 32 and add to negative 4. So we're going to have x minus 8 and x plus 4. Switch our signs, so x is 8 and x is negative 4. Now, when I put 8 into both angles, 8 squared minus 24, and 2 times 8 plus 4 is positive. When I put in negative 4, 2 times negative 4 plus 4 is negative, so that answer is out. Then we want to find angle RYN. So remember that RYN is also a half angle, so it's the same as AYN. It's also 2x plus 4. And we know x, so the measure of angle R. Please solve. In number 8, ray BD bisects angle ABC. So first we're going to draw that picture. So we have angle ABC. Then we have ray BD, and it is bisecting this angle. We know that AD is 3x plus 30, and ABC is 14x minus 20. So in this case, we have a half an angle and a full angle. So we need two halves to equal our whole. So we have 2 times 3x plus 30 is equal to 14x minus 20. We can distribute 6x plus 60 is equal to 14x minus 20. We can subtract 6x from both sides and add 20 to both sides. So we get 80 is equal to 8x. When we divide, x is 10. Once we know x is 10, we want to find the measure of angle ABD. So we know ABD is 3x plus 30. So we have 3 times 10 plus 30, which gets us 60 degrees. In number 9, S is on the interior of angle RPT. So here is angle RPT. We're going to draw S on the interior in a ray. We know that angle RPT is 72 degrees. RPS is x squared plus 18. And SPT is 4x plus 22. Find the value of x and then determine if PS is a bisector. So first thing we want to do is we want to solve for x. We do not know if it's a bisector, so we're going to treat this as an angle addition property. So we are going to add the angles together. X squared plus 18 plus 4x plus 22 is equal to our whole angle 72. X squared plus 4x plus 40 is equal to 72. We can subtract 72. X squared plus 4x minus 32 equals 0. We need numbers that multiply to negative 32 and add to 4. So we have x plus 8 and x minus 4 equals 0. When we switch our signs, x is negative 8 and x is 4. Now, when I substitute negative 8 in, 4 times negative 8 plus 22 is negative, so we're going to cross that out. So just x is 4. We're going to put that into our angles. So 4 times 4 plus 22 gets us 38 degrees. 4 squared is 16 plus 18 gets us 34 degrees. So does PS bisect RPT? No, PS does not bisect angle RPT because the angle is not divided into two congruent angles.